Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. May 12, 2022, Thursday. Ito po ang The Stock Market Today. If this is your first time in this channel, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007, and I do this report every day, which I started August of 2020. I also report the news on your latest most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say dito po sa channel na ito, hindi po financial advice. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa DMCI kasama ang financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating Philippine Stock Exchange ngayong araw, May 12, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Sige po, let's go po with our financial headlines. From the business world, agricultural output shrinks in the first quarter. Marcos likely to focus on infrastructure but funding remains unclear. Manufacturing grows its fastest pace in 7 months. Dito naman po sa corporate news, Cebu Pacific sets 2022 Capex at nearly 33 billion, and this is our main news. DMCI net profit surges on units robust results. Then we have Meralco is refunding and therefore cuts power rates in May. At meron pong income. Si Mondenisan po, ang income po ay down 13.5%. So let's go po to our main news. Si DMCI Holdings, net profit surges on units robust results. DMCI Holdings reported that its first quarter net income surged 164.9% to 11.26 billion from 4.25 billion year-on-year, driven by robust operating results of its coal, nickel, and power businesses amid skyrocketing commodities and electricity prices. Semirara exceeded our expectations while DMCI Mining and DMCI Power both grew double digits. But our construction and real estate businesses are showing signs of slowdown because of knock-on effects of a pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war, DMCI Holdings Chairman and President Isidro Consuni said in a statement Wednesday. Consolidated net income surged nearly 3 times to 11.26 billion from 4.07 billion pesos, excluding a non-recurring gain of 179 million last year, mainly from the deferred tax remeasurement impact of the corporate, ito po yung CREATE Act, reducing income tax of corporations from 31 or 32% to just 25%. On Maynilad Services, so part of the conglomerate of DMCI is water, Maynilad. Concession asset and a 12 million gain on sale of land of DMCI Homes. So this is a one-time gain. Of its businesses, Semirara Mining and Power, net income contribution surged more than 6 times to 8.52 billion from 1.32 billion on the back of higher coal production, shipment and average selling prices, higher spot electricity sales at elevated prices. DMCI Homes contributed 1.41 billion, lower by 7% from 1.52 billion due to lower construction accomplishments, fewer new accounts that qualified for revenue recognition, and higher sales cancellations. Net income contribution from DMCI Mining grew 20% from 415 million on higher nickel ore shipment and forex rates. DM Consuming Inc. recorded a 7% drop to 367 million from 393 million due to the absence of a one-time related party transaction for a joint venture infrastructure project. Maynilad's contribution rose by 11% to 319 million pesos from 287 million on lower personnel, utilities, and interest expenses. So yun po ang ating main news for today, and let's look at DMC later on how it performed in today's trading. In the meantime, before we go to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, may I just, by the way, salamat po sa inyong lahat dahil naka 1,000 subscribers na po tayo. And welcome po, new subscriber, Joren Melo. And here, Felino Javines says, "Sir, thanks for the informative sharing. Thanks too for being rational and professional with your political opinion. Sometimes people forget that we are also the government." Okay, salamat po, Felino. And then Frank Nifares, thank you po, sir. Then Robbie Castillo watching from Turkey. Any idea po regarding Raslag IPO, the solar power Pampanga? Nga pala, which reminds me, I have that slide with me which I will share with you later. So tapusin lang po natin ito. Thank you for reminding. 1K na tayo, Sir Bench. Congrats. Salamat po, Abu Ahmed. Philip Gons, recovering na ba, sir? Thanks. Mamaya tingnan po natin kung yung index ay nag-bounce, But ang tingin ko po kanina ay bumabagsak pa rin po. Dahil kailangan magkaroon po ng clear economic policy ang bagong administration. Well, that is just my thinking kung bakit bumabagsak ang PSE index. Anyway, nasa 1K ka na. Thank you po, Philip. Okay, so let me share with you that slide. Let me get that. Actually, there are two IPOs coming up. One is the Vista IPO and the Raslag IPO. But siguro I'll just do the Raslag first, kasi mas nauna ito. This article is from the Business World. Vista REIT Raslag secure SEC nod on initial public offering. So nandito po si Raslag, and I will read this portion here regarding Raslag. Meanwhile, energy company Raslag Corp will offer to the public up to 350 million common shares priced at 2 pesos per share with an over-allotment option of 52.5 million common shares. Wait, let me put that up. Sorry po. Yan. Okay. To be offered by the selling shareholder J10 Equities Inc. The share will also be listed and traded in the main board of the PSE. The company expects to net 648.08 million pesos from the offer, while the selling shareholder will receive the proceeds from the exercise of the over-allotment option, which would reach up to 105 million pesos. Proceeds from the offer will be used to finance the company's solar projects, namely Raslag 4, a 3.1 megawatt solar photovoltaic plant in Magalang, Pampanga, and Raslag 5 with an approximate capacity of 60 megawatts. The offer period for Raslag shares is set from May 24 to 30 in time for their listing on June 6 based on the latest timeline submitted to the SEC. The company tapped China Bank Capital as the sole manager. Raslag is a domestic renewable energy developer founded by Peter Nepomuceno and Conrad Pekjo, the business development manager of Angeles Power. It currently focuses on the development of solar power projects. So that's our piece on Raslag. And siguro if we have time later on or in the following episodes, I will be featuring Vista REIT of Villar. But in the meantime, let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. on how it performed today. All right. Teka po, nawala po ako sa picture. Yan. Ayan. Sana po hindi pa masyadong madilim. Yan, that's some sunlight. Okay. Again, it's a red candlestick. The PSEI lost 103.56 points, 1.56% down to end at 6532.30, and it's even greater than the previous day, and it is bearish, approaching oversold 31 po yung RSI, and market activity naman 128 companies declined, 70 advanced, while 43 remained unchanged. On the market status, let's review yung ating news today, DMC. Then let's review Ali, BDO, and SMPH. While let's review also the two stocks requested yesterday, no? Ito po yung ARA and Web. Tingnan natin kung paano po nag-perform. Kasi mga speculative po yan. So now let's start first with DMC. Now DMC, okay, just moving sideways. So it's holding, but it's bearish to sideways with support. Nandito po sa area to, nasa 8.11. When we talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. And it's just moving sideways, unlike the other stocks which went down, ano? Kasi may kita po siya ngayon, and probably that's holding the stock instead of moving down to move sideways. While the resistance, nandito po sa bandang area ito, the nearest is 8.62. And then let's take a look at the top 3, si Ali. Si Ali naman, naku, talagang bumagsak ang properties. So, kasi kung titignan na po natin yung all-share index, nakalimutan ko kung sabihin to, 1.15% down ang all-share index. All the sectoral indices are down, led by properties at 2.75, and it's manifesting it here, no? And it's the lowest since the pandemic. This is March 2020. Just imagine, no? It's the lowest since the pandemic struck in March 2020, and it's already oversold. So, yung nakikita po nating level po dito ay level po ng pagbagsak during the pandemic, and the pandemic kasi it's even lower. So, let's take a look at the 1-week chart para mas madaling tingnan, ano? Dito po, no? Sa areang to, March 16. Pero dito po nangyari, meron po dito. It's the lowest since August 31, 2020, pandemic time. And I would say that this is already support level. The next support is dito po, no? Sa areang to. Yan po, ang kwento ng properties, ano? At balik po natin sa 1 day. And that's the story for most stocks in the index. Tingnan naman natin po si BDO. Red din, it's just moving sideways also, but it went down today with meron siyang dividends, but resilient po si BDO, no? Yung ating pinaka-support nandito po sa area to, nasa 124.42. Yan po. And then the resistance is very near this area here, mga 138 to 140. SMPH is next. Si SMPH naman, naku, talagang bumagsak si SMPH, and it is already support level 33.06, and it continues to move down, and it's generally bearish. ARA is next. ARA po, naku, talagang bumagsak si Araneta Properties, nag-profit taking po. But I wouldn't speculate on this stock unless extra funds po yan. And it's just I don't know where the stock will go, honestly. Okay, so that's ARA. At finally we have Web. I think ganun din yata si Web. Yan din po, it continues to move down and it's filling the gap already here. Okay? So yan po mga speculative stocks po, and if you are have extra cash, dyan po kayo mag-invest. Okay po? So yan po ating report sa stock market. May 12, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro. Nagpapasalamat sa inyong pag-subscribe. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa muli, stay safe, God bless. Bye for now.